Imagine a movie with psychological intrigue, with science fiction and horror elements, starring Ben Affleck and directed by Robert Rodriguez? Sounds promising, right? Well, that's Hypnotic, and does it live up to its potential? Let's get into it. Hey movie fans, I'm Matt, and today we're discussing Hypnotic, directed by Robert Rodriguez, starring Ben Affleck, Alice Braga, and William Fichtner. Now stick with me here and discover why the film's intriguing ideas might also be its downfall. So what's going on in this movie? Determined to find his missing daughter, Detective Danny Rourke, played by Ben Affleck, finds himself spiraling down a rabbit hole while investigating a series of reality-bending crimes. Aided by Diana Cruz, a gifted psychic, played by Alice Braga, Rourke pursues and is simultaneously pursued by a lethal specter, the one man he believes holds the key to finding his daughter. Now, interestingly enough about this film, Robert Rodriguez first penned the screenplay to Hypnotic back in 2002, describing it as one of his favorite stories. The path to production, however, could warrant a movie of its own. Here's a quick rundown of what happened. Rodriguez's script, which initially cost $70 million to produce, faced significant challenges. The onset of the pandemic delayed filming, and then production was halted 3 times due to COVID outbreaks. It all culminated in a lawsuit against the film's insurance company. Further complicating matters, the main financier and domestic distributor of the film collapsed during filming. Despite these obstacles, the film was completed and made its way into cinemas. Now let's dive into what I appreciated about it. The movie presents an intriguing concept, exploring the power of hypnotics and how words will warp a person's reality. The ideas at play here offer potential for psychological suspense and mind-bending twists. Now, Rodriguez incorporates some horror elements in the film, adding tension and atmosphere to certain sequences. And these moments help elevate the movie's overall sense of unease and unpredictability, because we have no idea what's going on. And the reality-warping events experienced by Affleck's character are reminiscent of the mind-bending scenes in Inception. These moments are quite captivating and visually impressive, adding an interesting layer to the film's narrative. Now, the movie's antagonist is none other than William Fichtner, who's probably most famous as the bank manager in the beginning of The Dark Knight. You know, the one with the smoke grenade in the mouth. Or, for me, more famously, as Colonel William Sharp, who saved planet Earth in Michael Bay's Armageddon. Thank you for your service. Now, somewhat strangely, Fichtner has an expressionless demeanor throughout the film, but manages to create a menacing presence, and you feel it throughout the entire thing. His subtle performance adds a sense of danger and intrigue, making his character one of the more memorable aspects of the film. Unfortunately, though, I had to think really hard about aspects of this film that I actually enjoyed. This was a tough watch, and let's get into the reasons why I didn't like this film. The very ideas that made Hypnotic intriguing and hooked me in to want to see this movie also contribute to its downfall. The lack of a clear resolution really left me unsatisfied and frustrated as I left the theater, and it really undermines the potential of the film's unique concept. Now, I have to talk about the acting in this film, especially when we're talking about the 2 leads in this one. I'm not sure if Ben Affleck owed someone in Hollywood a favor or he needed a quick paycheck, because his performance in this movie is awful. It's completely phoned in. There's no emotion or nuance to his character, and it's really disappointing to see an actor of his caliber deliver such a lackluster portrayal, and it ultimately detracts from the movie's overall impact. I guess I just need to see him as Batman one more time. Now, this is nothing personal, but I continue to ask myself why Alice Braga continues to get work as an actress. I know she's worked with Robert Rodriguez before in Predators, so maybe that's where this connection comes into play, but I feel like I'm missing something because every time she's on screen, she has the same type of performance. Underwhelming and one note. The whole movie. She fails to bring depth to her character, resulting in a lack of chemistry with Ben Affleck's protagonist in this. The use of music in certain scenes seems way out of place and doesn't match the on-screen action. We have tension building on the run type of music, but characters standing around. These choices are jarring and really detract from the overall atmosphere and the tone of the film. Lastly, for a movie that's 93 minutes, it's a long 93 minutes. You're gonna feel this runtime. At the end of it, Hypnotic does weave a web of intriguing ideas and really does present some striking visuals, hinting at what could be a great psychological science fiction experience. However, it disappointingly falls short of realizing its full potential. The film stumbles due to its lack of a satisfying resolution, some very strange music choices in this movie, and really lackluster performances that fail to support its exciting premise. Despite the promise of its concept, Hypnotic ultimately fails to deliver, reminding us that a compelling premise alone cannot salvage a movie that doesn't live up to its promise. And it's for all these reasons I'm unable to recommend Hypnotic for you guys to see. This film, unfortunately, is not only a miss, it's a big swing and a miss in my book. I wouldn't even recommend this to you on streaming. It's that bad. First off, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come and check out the review of this film. But in the end, I'm just one voice, and personally, I want to know what you guys thought about it, if you did see it. Am I crazy? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to having discussions about the movies that we love or hate. Next week, it's Ride or Die as the family is back. Fast 10 comes racing into theaters. Now, even though Fast and Furious 9 was beyond awful, I'd be lying to you if I told you I wasn't a little bit excited, especially with Jason Momoa as the villain. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next week at the theaters. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of the future videos. I'll see you guys next time.